Hey, what up? You already know what time it is. It's No Budget Gang.
And we live with it, Boogie.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We back again. No Budget Boys live and direct with it. Gang is out here. You know Budget Sam.
Yes, sir. No Budget C-Dub.
We got a special guest on the show.
Nat.
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
It's your boy Nat, aka Royal N.
Yes, sir.
AKA heard a lot of lies before I knew I was the truth. What y'all know about that?
Yo,
Get on
Nan's got bars. No cap, man. You gonna see a bunch of that later down, man, on this channel. No cap.
Godfather streaming now on Spotify. Go get that.
Yes, sir. Go get that.
Man, what's today's episode though, Cobey? Lay it out.
Today's episode, we're going to be talking about May 29th. The day.
What's happening then? What's happening May 29th?
Everything's reopening in the state of Massachusetts. No masks. Restaurants basically get to pick and choose what they want to do as far as like mask mandating, all that stuff. But pretty much everything opening up. What we think about that, y'all? What we think about that?
Man, I thought it was gonna be like June 29th. They were gonna announce it, something like that. Everything's happening so sudden. I mean, I can't complain. I never caught the vid. Plus, I just get my second dose vaccine soon, so. I mean, hey, I'm cool with it, man. I'm really cool with it. It's just another thing now. It's just another sickness.
I'm definitely excited. It's been too long, bro. Like, I'm thinking back to last March. That's when this all started. I haven't seen an in-person exam in so long, which...
Oh, yeah, you up at school. I know you're going to really like that. Me, I just graduated, so
Yes,
things
sir.
opening up. I guess
Yes,
it's
sir.
cool. I mean, and the fact that I'm 21 now, I can... Because when I was 20, I hit 21 back in October. That was the thick of things during the vid and everything, so I wasn't really too big. I wasn't about to bar crawl with anyone. I wasn't about to do this and that. But now, I'm like, hey, bring it on, man. Okay.
Yo, what y'all don't understand is my birthday is literally on the 31st and everything's opening up on May 29th. So we outside!
We outside with it.
Get crazy.
We outside with it.
That's right.
Nah, but I agree with what Nat said. I feel like it's actually been like so long since just like obviously people just don't give a fuck about the guidelines, but it's been a minute since like there's just been like outside interactions, just like being on the scene and just really not have to worry about like capacity and all that stuff. And speaking from my experience with COVID, I've had it once already. So I mean, I'm gonna be doing my thing once it opens up in mandates. But do you guys think that this is gonna be bad or good? Because you know how people was already wrecked without the mandate.
People was wrecked regardless. Hey, I know him going to Zoom ass. I know you got some stories, man. But I'll let you brew on. I ain't gonna put you on the spot, but you got it. But I know you got some stories. But I'd say that like I said, feels sudden, but everything has been a while. When I think about it, like from last March and shit. So
For real.
and I just like I kind of almost not fell in love, but I got really comfortable and really used to like the whole just like COVID routine, just from the morning, just being like self-isolated. I kind of grew, learned about myself, and I don't know. So coming out of it, it's due time, but I mean, I was honestly personally chilling. I ain't gonna hold y'all.
I feel you. That inside shoes.
I ain't gonna hold y'all, but nah, it couldn't last forever though. Like I had to.
It's
good.
time to get
it's
back,
good.
for
It's
sure.
time. Definitely, it's time.
I want to see how much it has an effect, because I know that, like, down south, I have friends who go to school down south. COVID never existed. There never was a
Florida?
thing, bro.
No,
there was no
sir.
COVID. So now that we caught up to those kind of, like, times, I want to see how... I don't know how much of an effect it's going to have, but I'm
Exactly.
excited. I'm excited to see.
Speaking of what you said there, I remember seeing the Texas. I think it was a Texas Rangers. I don't know who, but it was a Texas baseball game, and there was no
Stands were
mask,
packed.
and it was so packed, and like the comments were wrecked. Like everyone's
Opening
saying
day.
COVID, everyone's saying all that. But then 2 weeks later, they were showing like the graphs, and Texas numbers were all like going down, better than some states that were doing like full quarantine methods. So seeing that was really relieving and really. It really made me feel nice because I remember going into COVID every single week. It'd be like reaching new highs, and I'd just be like, damn. so seeing stuff back down the decline,
It's a new action.
I'm like, hey, I don't know if the vaccine working. You can say it is. Is they just taking less deal of it?
I feel like I have to get used to that again, because every time I see any sort of big group or sort of gathering, I'm like, yo, what's up? Like, what's going on there? What's happening?
Yeah.
But now that's gonna be our new normal, and I'm ready for that. I am definitely ready for that.
I hear that.
I really do hope it's the beginning of the end. Like, it's, oh my gosh, like, it's actually been so prolonged. But like Sam was saying, like, COVID definitely made me kind of an introvert because like now I'm just really cool with just chilling inside my crib and actually seeing nobody. Just seeing my mentals and my family. It's a blessing to have those, of course, but like when you realize how more important those are, especially coming out of this pandemic. So it's like we'll see how it is, and like I was a lot more focused. Obviously, not having any distractions. Like, yo, pop out Friday, we got heads popping out here.
No doubt.
But like now, we'll see. I think it's a hot boy summer.
For sure.
So
It's time.
Nah, for sure. And like just with like the whole COVID experience, it made me like get rid of like I had heavy FOMO where I'd see a Snap story, I just see something going on, and then I'd immediately start to be like, yo, I'm missing out, or I'll just get like either envious or I'll just be like looking at them and be like, wait, did I miss out, or are they having like more fun? I just overthink shit like that. And then but going through COVID and stuff, especially like early on when I myself like even if I want to go to a party, I just didn't want to, especially with everything going on. It made me get rid of like the FOMO because I'd see people doing stuff, but like I wouldn't be eager to go or I wouldn't be like thinking in my head about anything.
Yeah, that's facts actually. Because when I was home for the fall, a lot of my friends still went to campus and they still had a full semester, and I'm just like, yo, like, dang, I'm definitely missing out right now. But COVID definitely taught all of us, I feel like, to appreciate that solitude, like being okay to be by yourself. Because now I feel like I need that time to myself rather than before where I was like, I'm missing out while I'm with myself. That's crazy.
I hear that.
Definitely shifts.
yeah, I definitely agree with what y'all saying. What was you gonna say, Sam?
No, I was gonna say, so overall, how do you guys feel, and like what do you think, let's fast forward 3 weeks after May 29th, late June, what do you think is gonna be the story on the news or around Massachusetts in terms of COVID?
See, that was a head scratcher because I
bro.
feel like there's no in between. It's either we're just gonna be like, okay, wow, we might actually be at the end of this, or they're gonna be like, yeah, this was a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Like, let's put all these restrictions right back on play. On go mode.
No, I literally agree because if they were to double down on restrictions after some like another breakout type shit, I really just I'm never going outside ever again.
No, actually.
On some like SpongeBob paperclip, like where he got the penny, the paperclip and the chip, and he's just talking to him inside the crib like, yo, what y'all trying to do today? Talking to inanimate object type shit. Like I would really be doing that.
One thing I'm gonna say these first 2 weeks is gonna be super critical because I feel like a lot of people are gonna let like the first 2 weeks go in the sense that they're gonna let the people want to do what they want to do, but they're gonna treat it as if there's still COVID restrictions, and then they're gonna wait for the report to come out. And I feel like if the report is a heavy downslide still, or like the numbers are still continuing to decrease, I feel like everyone's gonna be like, yo, take it out.
Say,
Come here.
I'm gonna take mine off. I'm not even going. I'm taking mine off like that. Yo, making a statement.
See, that's why I think it's 50-50. See, I think people are either going to be like that, like, yo, let me just see how this plays out so I don't do anything reckless. Or they're going to be like, yo, it's been way too long. Right when it drops, I'm going hard right now, right here. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
but I feel that.
Yeah, for sure. I can definitely see both sides. But
See which one
expanding on what you were saying earlier about the quarantine and how it made you like be okay and comfortable with like just being by yourself or like doing things by yourself. I don't mean to put you on the fly, but like, what would you say are some things that you like acquired or that you like to do like alone in solitude or whatever that you previously like maybe wouldn't have thought of doing?
Okay, so I think that COVID really put me in this position where before COVID, it was always like, is there some event that I could be doing rather than what I should be doing, if that makes sense. So when I was doing those things that I should be doing, I feel like it was easier to focus knowing that not everyone else is probably doing the same thing that I am. You know what I'm talking about?
I hear that.
So, yeah.
I hear that.
It was easier to hit that flow state in the things that I think I should have been getting done.
Yeah, great time to really just like one up on motherfuckers and just like get yours.
For
and,
real.
like,
I know you were saying you got into reading. You got into reading like when COVID was starting and
I literally made reading a priority, and like you really actually will be surprised like what reading actually does for your brain. Like people be like, oh no, it's brain food, and then like people that don't read be like, oh nah, he's bugging. Like it really is like good for your mental. So that was some type of stuff that I was
doing. For sure, definitely heavy on that. Because when I first picked up the book and started reading, I'm big on like self-improvement or self-development books. So growing up, I used to be like not big on reading or thought nothing of reading, just because I was assuming that all books were like had to be like Shakespeare type, or like if you're gonna read to learn, it had to be like that like Greek literature or all those kind of stuff. I didn't really rock with, But just reading like a bunch of finance books or even stuff, even if you have like an interest in whatever type of real estate, like there's books for all that. Just that part got huge because I started getting books on like thinking big or just like developing a plan and stuff. So yeah, it's all about finding your genre and then just running with that because there isn't only fiction or isn't only Shakespeare books. Like I'm personally into self-development books. But one other way that one other method for like self-development, whatever I heard is meditation, but I just personally couldn't get into that. Like I'll doze off or whatever.
It's too hard. My mind will go somewhere else while I'm trying to meditate. I'll be like, oh shit, I'm meditating right now.
No, that's me heavy. And I know it's a practice they say, but like it's just like I just never stick with it. I'm not like dissing the benefits. I know there's a ton of benefits. I just wish I could get into it honestly.
Yeah, it really is a practice thing though because when I was on my meditation-ish, like day and night type stuff, like it really just made me feel like just really just whole as a person. Because you know, like if you do it in the right way and like you actually practice it and you make it continuous, like you can find a lot of just like positives in that, like affirmations and like spelling. As far as like you gotta realize when you meditate and talk to yourself, spelling, like your words are powerful because you could literally spell some. You know, that meditation stuff is really good in my opinion. I really like doing it. And Cobey was a big part of and Cobey was a big part of me getting into that. But yeah, like let me just ask y'all this last question, and basically is, do you guys think that stuff is gonna go back to normal like it once was in like summer 2016 when Drake was popping off?
Right, summer 16 when Uzi dropped. P's and Q's.
Yes, sir.
But if I'm being real,
Yo, sorry, we took that Summer Jam concert for granted.
we really did.
Oh my gosh.
How many people?
I wasn't there.
Russ, Khalid,
There was
Post
so
Malone,
many heads.
Lil Wayne, Chris Brown, AOT.
That was a blessing,
Yo.
bro. It was a blessing.
Let me go back. Alright, let me
Honestly-
just stop before I.
Honestly, we had Rich the Kid in there too.
Maybe, man. And these were all, or like Yachty, maybe. I don't know. We had someone else, Kyle. But shoot, man. I'm gonna say, if you asked me 2 months ago, I would have honestly told you that I feel like it's gonna take a long while and gave you no timetable. But seeing how things are pretty much damn near back to normal in the South and things are easing up here, I'm gonna be real with you. I feel like in 2 years it's gonna be like it'll be like more rare to see someone wearing a mask than it would be not to.
I feel you. But
Yeah.
I'm thinking that it goes 50-50, like I kind of said. So we'll see if people are like, hey, let me take it easy, see what happens. Or we'll see if people are like, it's been way too long, it's time to get out now, and the numbers start to fly up again, restrictions back. Because I even heard that they might have masks forever, like we were talking about, because like we've worn them so long, our immune system is weaker, because we trained it to be that way. Now we're going back to no masks. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Right.
Damn,
Wow, that was a good point.
yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, it's going down, y'all. You already know. We're going to wrap it up with that last question right there. You know, go ahead and alley-oop it to the boys.
Hey, make sure to like, share, subscribe. You know, we're going to keep it up with more content, more topics, more everything.
Drop a comment.
Nat,
Why not?
man, thanks for popping out today.
Anytime,
for real.
boys.
Boys,
Anytime,
anytime, bro.
boys.
Yes, sir.
Just drop the names one more time. It's No Budget Sam.
No Budget Kobe. Yes, sir.
Young boy Nat,
Yes,
boy,
sir.
I'll catch you.
And No Budget Boys, and we out.
Big Mike on the beat.